Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you're here, everyone. Our guest today is a renowned dancer, choreographer, host. He does it all. He is like a quadruple threat. Derek Hough has been a mainstay on Dancing with the Stars for nearly 2 decades, holding the and he hasn't aged a bit, which just really angers me. Anyway, he holds the record as the pro with the most mirror ball trophy wins. This summer, Derek is hitting the road. He's bringing his Symphony of Dance Encore, the show around the country. Audience, give it up for Derek Hough. Derek, hey. What's up, buddy? Okay.
How you doing?
Derek, we'll get to the show, but let's start with why I'm mad at you. Did you make a deal with a witch, like in a forest or something? Because you're aging backwards. What's going on with this? Do you use Jergens? What's happening?
No, I use a pillow between my legs. That's what it is. That's what I do. But actually, I actually do use a pillow between my legs. That's very important. No, man, listen, dancing, man. Dancing is the secret sauce to life in general, just movement. They say motion is lotion. You know, it keeps everything, you know.
That's right.
Limber.
Tell me about the show, my friend. I'm excited to see it when it tours the country. You're coming here in July. Tell me all about it.
Man, this show, it's really incredible. I mean, the cast of dancers that I have are literally the best dancers in the country. They're extraordinary. Big production, lighting. We have a live band. The music is like big band music, Latin music. It's contemporary. It's rock and roll. I mean, this show has it all. It's really incredible. And of course, I get to share the stage with my beautiful wife, you know, Haley. The show is emotional. It's funny. It's exciting. There's a lot of audience participation, as you can see right there. Get people up on stage dancing with them and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. If you're a fan of Dancing with the Stars as well, you're going to love this show. Derek,
I love behind-the-scenes stuff, and we'll get to a behind-the-scenes show. But, my friend, how long does it take to put this together? I mean, you've been doing this for years, so you can, I mean, this stuff just comes to you probably like when people write music, it just comes into their head. But for you, my friend, how long does it take to put a show like this together?
It takes a long time. It takes a long time because the music, you know, when you're like an artist, right? Like you have an album and then you go out there and you tour the album. For me, like, you know, I'm trying to find the right music, the right songs, the stuff that moves me, that excites me. And then you create the dancing, of course. But I recreate a lot of the music that you'll hear when you come see the show from scratch. You know, a lot of it is like, you know, going in the studio with the band and everything. But, you know, I have choreographers. It's not just all me. You know, I collaborate with amazing choreographers, other artists, and to create this show, to create something really special. But I wrote a song for this particular production, and it's about being a judge on Dancing with the Stars. And it's sort of, I poke fun at myself. I poke fun at, you know, being on the other side now, and the judging, the scoring, and I wear this giant brooch, you know. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you brought that up because the next pro, Dancing with the Stars, we've talked about on this show. That reality show is coming up on ABC this summer, and then a new season of DWTS in the fall. I did think about you, my friend. When you went to the judges table, I thought to myself, you're a pro, you're a professional, and so are your colleagues. But how weird was it, Derek, for you to start critiquing the very people that were contemporaries and colleagues of you? No, but I'm serious. Like there's friendships intermingling, but there's business is business. How did you do that balancing act?
You know, well, that's just it. I think, you know, we're there to judge the celebrity. You know what I mean? We're there to sort of encourage them or to give them critiques. However, there are times where I'm like, hey, man, you got to give them a better, you know, some better material to work with, guys. But like I said, I've known all these dancers for so many years, even before Dancing with the Stars. You know, I've known some of these dancers since I was 12 years old, like Val, you know what I mean? Or Jenna, or I mean, literally all of Sasha and Farb. I mean, so many of them. And so there's a deep history, but so there's a lot of respect. You know what I mean? There's a lot of respect. And they know that anything that I say, it comes from a place where I really want them to do better and to improve and to you know, to do well. So there's a lot of love, a lot of respect. And but there's been a few, text messages.
Derek, who gives you the most grief, joking or otherwise? Who gives you the most grief when you give like a crap review?
I've received a few text messages from a few of the dancers being like, "Hey man, what a 6?"
What role do you play in the next Pro, my friend, debuting this summer on ABC?
Yeah, so the next Pro is exciting. It's the first time we're getting sort of a peek behind the curtain of what it takes to become a pro on the show. I think I'm going to be the first episode to kick things off, and I'll be in the last episode to decide who is the next pro. But it's going to be a lot of fun to see just some of the challenges, some of the difficulties of what it takes to become a pro as far as we're working with a non-dancer, things. And these dancers, listen, the truth of the matter is, whoever wins this show still isn't going to be quite ready, because you're never really ready until you actually are on the show and you're learning, and you're in there. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see the challenges, the difficulties, and to see how it all turns out. But it's going to be a treat.
In our last 30 seconds, you know better than most. You've been there for years. What do you think makes a good pro? I know there's intangibles, the camera likes you. What makes, in your opinion, one of the things that rises to the top?
I think being flexible, being sort of, you can't teach the same person, you can't teach a person the same way, you know what I mean? You have to sort of adjust and change things. I would change choreography like the day of, you know what I mean? Because not to mess them up, but because I was like, something wasn't working, so I had to change it to be flexible. And also too, to stay encouraging, I think you can get really frustrated. You can get really pent up. So it's important to stay focused and to say, keep your partner feeling confident, feeling, ready, prepared. So it's like a mental thing. It's a creative thing. It's a physical thing. There's so many elements to it that come into play.
You're creating a space where they can be their best selves. That's what you're doing. Derek, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Can't wait to see you in July. If you're watching from the Twin Cities area, locally where our show is based, July 11th at the Orpheum Theater in Minneapolis. If you're watching from around the country, DerekHough.com for tour dates. We'll be right back. Back after this, friends.